Features of a luxury automobile, but comes with an affordable price of just $33,000. Test drive one at Bales today.
At some places, a cup of coffee is nothing more than coffee beans and water. At Speedway, we think they're all wet. We care about our coffee as much as you do, so the best tasting coffee and cappuccino is as close and convenient as your nearby Speedway. Now, all 16-ounce coffee or cappuccino, including our new pumpkin spice, are just 99 cents at Speedway, because it's what's in the cup that matters.
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway.
Use your Platinum MasterCard from Speedway and get 5 cents off every gallon instantly.
For the best local high school football coverage, watch High School Playbook on WLKY.
Report. I'm James Brown along with Dan, Coach Shannon, and Boomer. Welcome to those of you watching Kansas City and Carolina, Houston, and Indianapolis. Let's get you caught up on the scores as we get rolling now.
And Kerry Collins, this ball gets batted up in the air. Justin Bannon comes up with the interception. That leads to a Matt Stover field goal. Then once again, Kerry Collins stepping up. He overthrows Brandon Jones. Chris McAllister comes down with the interception. Then it's Joe Flacco's turn. He turns around, rolling out. He gets intercepted by Michael Griffin. Offensively, total combined yardage for both teams is only 144 yards, 3-3 at halftime.
Defense ruling there, Dan, huh?
That's Coach Cowher's kind of game.
Oh, you got it. I'll tell you what, a late scratch by Matt Schaub due to an illness opens up for Sage Rosenfels, and wow. But early it was Indianapolis. They up a 10-0 lead. Joseph Adai will take this. But Steve Slayton will come back with this 1-yard run. But the story of the half is Sage Rosenfels, 11 of 13, 144 yards. And Andre Johnson, 7 catches in the first half for 98 yards, and it's 17-10 Houston, and their home opener.
Wally Pipp, huh, Coach?
Wally Pipp, baby.
Shannon, Hawks and Giants.
Seattle, y'all might not want to come back east anymore. Plexico Burris, who? No, that's Dominique Hickson. Plex will show up on time next week, I guarantee you. Here, Brandon Jacob, 3 yards. The Seattle Seahawks have 99 yards. The Giants have 299 yards. A whole lot to a few, JB.
What time is it for Plaxico now?
Time for him to show up.
All right, pretty intense game here, guys, as Brian Westbrook goes right up the middle, 7-0 Philadelphia. After this series, though, he's on the sideline being evaluated, taken to the locker room, and is under evaluation right now. Blown call by the official right there, block in the back by the Philadelphia Eagles. Deshaun Jackson's going to take this all the way back for a touchdown. They actually picked up the flag and said, well, you know, there was no penalty. Yes, there was. 14-6, approaching halftime, Eagles over the Redskins.
And in Miami, Ronnie Brown, once again, a direct snap. They ran this play 4 different times in the first series. He gets 12 yards there. And then Chad Pettigrews have a solid first half in the rain and some bad conditions. Makes this throw to Greg Camarillo for a touchdown. And also, right at the end of the half, another direct snap to Ronnie Brown. Look at this cut outside. He goes in for a touchdown. Off that formation in 2 games, 5 rushing touchdowns for Ronnie Brown.
So therefore, you run it how often now, fellas?
All the time.
As much as you can.
Kansas City must be still celebrating that victory after 12 straight losses against Denver. Because here, DeAngelo Williams, right up the middle, 10-yard touchdown. Damon Heward passes Tony Gonzalez, the all-time leader in receiving yards by tight end.
Who'd he pass?
Me, but I was only dating that record. I wasn't married to it. DeAngelo Williams takes a screen pass, 34 yards for a touchdown, 21-0 at the half, JB. 200. Kansas City has 29 total yards. Carolina has 252 yards.
Just dating that record
I
up.
was just dating it.
And I'll tell you what, anybody who's worried about Aaron Rodgers' shoulder, don't worry. Look at this throw over the middle to Donald Driver between
On the mark.
2 defenders. Absolutely. But the story of this half is Matt Ryan. He's got 10 of 13, 132 yards, 6 catches for Roddy White, 115 yards. Green Bay losing 17-7 at the half.
All right, I'll tell you what, Matt Millen left and he took the offense with him. Here comes Kyle Orton. He's going to find Greg Olsen down the middle right there, 52 yards. Nice throw and catch. John Kitna is going to drop back to pass, and he's going to be sacked by Alex Brown, forcing a fumble. Mark Anderson's going to recover it. Detroit can't get out of their own way. Only 54 yards total offense. There's Matt Forte, the very talented rookie out of the backfield, touchdown. And then Devin Hester, wide receiver, not kick returner. He goes in for a 12-yard TD. and the Lions are getting smoked by the Bears, 17-0 at half. I'm not surprised.
Well, at home, tough against those Colts, huh?
Wally Pitt. Now, Lou Gehrig took him over, right? When he came over and got hurt. Schaub gets hurt. Rosenfels.
Yeah. Isn't that a little stretch, though?
The Texans always played Indy tough in their own building.
At home, no question about it. We'll take you back to the second half of your game right after this.
We like that shot.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. Get the new NFL Mobile Live, only from Sprint, only on the Now Network.
There's always been one man in my life to set me straight.
Whether you know it or not, you're the rock of my team.
Until the day is done. If I could have picked my own father, I'd have picked him.
Work. Stay with me. Oh, my God.
Play Sprint Fantasy Pick against the NFL Today team to win cash prizes. It's free and fast. Go to cbssports.com/Sprint Fantasy Pick and get in the game.
Go the distance with an NFL team lamp and choose from thousands of other authentic NFL products, including these Believe in Zip hoodies, available at NFLshop.com and select retailers.
This summer, I spent an amazing day with Eli Manning.
Going 0 slot wide, 76 streak X shallow, alert, on two, ready, break. Good job, here you go.
What? He taught us how to grip the ball, catch, and even throw a fade route.
You just burp in here? I'm Eli Manning, and I'm part of the NFL's movement for an active generation. 1, 2, 3, play! For great play ideas, visit NFLrush.com.
The NFL Today. Information you can't afford to miss.
We're going no huddle, and we begin with breaking news.
Carson Palmer will not start today.
Our guys give you their complete forecast of the games.
New Orleans, desperate team. They're going to come out big.
Touchdown! Chicago's going to have enough defensively to slow down Donovan McNabb and his mates.
He does not get in!
We're your source for the most reliable and up-to-date information anywhere. The NFL Today, Sundays at noon. CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. Get the new NFL Mobile Live, only from Sprint, only on the Now Network.
Here in Houston, we are at halftime, and you read it right. The Houston Texans lead it by a score of 17-10. The difference in the game, Sage Rosenfels' touchdown pass to Andre Johnson, Johnson's first TD catch of the year. And we're back after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
It's time to brave the new world.
Let's go get lunch.
All I have is $5.
That's great. We'll go to Arby's and get a full meal.
A full meal for $5?
Yeah, any Arby's toasted sub, curly fries, and a drink.
Yeah, right. You can get all that for $5. We'll marry a goat.
She's hot. The Arby's $5 toasted sub full meal deal. Any of our 4 delicious toasted subs, curly fries, and a drink for just $5. So good it'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
They're called landmarks, structures and monuments that celebrate America. To us, they're our resume. And while we're quite proud of our tradition, nothing means more to us than our next safely completed project. We're union contractors and iron workers, and every day we're building one more piece of someone's American dream, no matter the size. What we'd like to know is, what did you do today? See the work we do. Go to ironworkersdomore.com.
With stuffed crust pizza, you can't go straight for all that cheese in there.
Right.
It's America's favorite stuffed crust pizza with loads of melty cheese stuffed inside. Specially priced at just $11.99. America's favorite pizza, Pizza Hut.
Stop fumbling around. Get the Pizza Hut Game Day Deal. 2 large, 3-topping pizza. An order of chocolate dunkers and a 2-liter Pepsi for only $27.99. Order online and make the play of the game. Because when you have Pizza Hut, it's good.
For record highs, lows, and more, click the almanac at WLKY.com.
We are picking new tribes.
Now it's blonde versus blonde versus blonde. New Survivor, CBS Thursday.
Hey, Mr. Sunlight, gonna outshine your bright. It's just the beginning of a happy go fun day. Happy go fun day. I'm feeling kinda Sunday. Sunday. Feeling kinda Sunday. Sunday. Feeling kinda Sunday.
I'm so there.
When you're there, State Farm's there for the best day of the week.
And so this home opener is much anticipated and long awaited. Manning goes down under pressure. Well, the Houston Texans defense trying to rise to the occasion. At halftime here at Reliant Stadium in Houston, the Texans leading Indianapolis by a score of 17-10. The roof open as it will be the entire season here in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. Along with Dan Deerdorf, I'm Greg Gumbel. It has been a surprising game, although Tony Dungy would probably say not, because they always play us tough.
Well, and just a lot of credit goes to Houston, the way they fought their way back into it. Let's take a look at some of the action that happened in the first half. Both of these teams really wanted to play well against the run. The Colts haven't run the ball this year. Houston is stuffing them. Slayton has been, he's been moderately effective, but it's really been Sage Rosenfels through the air, that touchdown to Andre Johnson, and this a rare occurrence. Payton Manning, who hasn't thrown an interception against his team since 2005.
And as we get set to bring you the second half in high definition, this Colts defense arrived here today, the second best pass defense in the NFL, allowing just 141 yards a game. Sage Rosenfels threw for 144 in the first half.
Well, some of those stats are a little skewed because everybody's running the ball on them. They've run the ball for almost 200 yards a game against the Colts.
This is Andre Davis at the goal line. To the 20, to the 30, and out close to the 35-yard line. Let's take a look at some numbers, Dan, from the first half of play.
Well, you see right there that, that score for Indianapolis, the 10 points on the left, that happened right away, 10-0. But again, this 21 yards rushing right there, this is a team that's only averaging 64 yards a game running the football. So much of their offense is based on play action, and if the Colts aren't effectively running the football, Payton Manning is really playing handicap because he cannot an effective play action fake.
Sage Rosenfels at the controls as he was the entire first half, and he's going to throw right here. Gets time, far side of the field, and that is complete to Vontae Leach out of the background.
I think that's how you finish, as he goes right through and over the top of Melvin Bullitt. Vontae Leach, just watch him finish this. You're coming up to make the tackle, square up, and get, I don't know, I guess destroyed might be one word, but trampled or whatever. Wow, what a hit by Vontae Leach.
Houston with a big time of possession edge in the first quarter after second quarter after not having it in the first. On 2nd and 2, the give is to Slayton. Slayton, first down and then some, across midfield and into Colt territory to about the 48.
And if confidence was visible, if it was something you could see, you would just see it being radiated by the Texans right now, and that's Gary Brackett, the middle linebacker and the inspirational leader of this defense, along with Bob Sanders. And of course Sanders not playing, but Gary Brackett not moving at all. We'll be back.
All right, your fare is going to be $69.
Wow, it's not bad. That's it?
Yeah. Oh, and give me $25 for a bag fee, $15 for a booking fee. Why don't you just give me your whole wallet? Give me the whole thing. Give it to me now. Give me. Is there a problem?
Yeah, but that's more than you said it would be.
Hidden fees are the other side of some low fares. But on Southwest Airlines, what you see is what you pay. Low fares, no hidden fees.
In a world overwhelmed by high gas prices, come four heroes. Armed with MyVet technology from Mitsubishi, Lancer, Galant, Eclipse, Outlander, They are the Phenomenal Four, all equipped with Mitsubishi's 4-cylinder MyVec engine, giving you fuel efficiency without sacrificing performance. 4 cars, 4 cylinders, 0 compromises. Visit your Mitsubishi dealer today.
Let's talk merger. Beep. Ned's phone. Ned doesn't have AT&T, which means no bars here in Finland. So when Ned's boss called to say not to mention the merger, Ned, don't hint at the merger, Ned, don't even think about the word merger, Ned, it isn't finalized and everyone will freak out. We didn't get that call.
For the best coverage, switch to AT&T. More bars in more places. Get our exclusive LG Shine for only $49.99 and get one free.
These FBI profilers go inside.
I remember Waco. This isn't Waco.
Too deep.
Which one of you is the FBI agent?
It's me.
New Criminal Minds, Wednesday.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Well, Gary Brackett is up, and over on the sideline, he looks like he's okay. Boy, did he take a heck of a shot from Vontae Leach, the fullback.
Leach ahead of Steve Slayton in the backfield now on first down from the Colt 49. This is Slayton following Leach around the left side, inside the 45 to about the 43. Let's go back to that play.
Vontae Leach is having some half. Here's Leach right here. Here comes Brackett. Watch the collision between these two. Leach just right over the top of Gary Brackett, and they had a helmet-to-helmet hit. Remember, on the prior play, Vontae Leach caught a pass and trampled Melvin Bullitt. And then on that last run by Slayton, Vontae Leach is the lead blocker again. I'm not sure what he had at halftime, but it's taken effect. He's come out here on fire.
While Brackett is on the sideline, Freddie Keaho, number 54, is moved to the middle. Rosenfels throws far side, in and out of the hands of the tight end, Owen Daniels. That should have been a completion.
That's the old classic case. He turns upfield before the ball gets there. You want to look it in. You can see a classic case. His eyes and head had already turned upfield. He knew the hit was coming.
And on 3rd and 4, Gary Brackett comes back onto the field for Indy.
If you're a 6th grader or a high school kid at home, that's a valuable lesson. No matter at what level, you have to look the ball in all the way to your hands.
On 3rd and 4, Rosenfels throwing over the middle, inside the 30. It's ruled. Is that a catch or no? Incomplete. Incomplete. It hit the turf.
Well, Dwight Freeney that time got inside Dwayne Brown, but Rosenfels was able to buy some time. Watch this move. Classic upfield, and then the spin back to the inside, and he leaps at Rosenfels, but there was no rush from the other side, and Rosenfels was able to get it away. Now, downfield, right through the arms of Owen Daniels and right onto the ground.
So the punting unit, Matt Turk is in, set to kick it away to Justin Forsett. Puts it up, drops it down inside the 10, and it bounces into the end zone for the touchback. 12:47 to play, 3rd quarter. Payton Manning onto the field when we come back.
It started with a nickel here, a dime there. Before long, high gas prices had taken control. But then came the Phenomenal Four from Mitsubishi: Lancer, Galant, Eclipse, Outlander, armed with Mitsubishi's 4-cylinder MyVec engine, which combines fuel efficiency and performance, so you can take back control from the pump. 4 cars, 4 cylinders, 0 compromises. Visit your Mitsubishi dealer today.
Excuse me, which way's uptown? Oh, okay. Hey, what are you doing?
Beware, this man is a reverse pickpocketer.
Grab a new BK wrapper and let the king put extra money in your pocket.
They're here.
No, they're not here. We forgot to switch to DirecTV, so we're stuck watching cable.
Get 3 times more HD channels than cable.
It's not just any sports car, it's electric, no gas at all. Part of a new generation of electric cars unveiled on 60 Minutes tonight.
This week on The Late Show.
How you doing?
Dave's All New with Bill Murray, Deborah Messing, and Jeremy Piven. Plus, tomorrow, don't miss Russell Crowe.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. Burger King, who reminds you to have it your way. And by State Farm, proud sponsor of the NFL and the best day of the week.
Hey, a reminder, Tuesday here on CBS, how do you choose between honor and friendship? Don't miss a new episode of NCIS. That's Tuesday at 8, 7 Central Time here on CBS. Manning and the Colts from their own 20-yard line, trailing 17-10. Payton 13 out of 18 on the day for 153 yards and an interception. The flip to Dallas Clark. Clark, running room, 25. And out close to a first down at the 30-yard line, maybe just short of the 30-yard line. Brandon Harrison, Zach Dials making the stop.
So much talent for Payton Manning to throw the football to. Between Gonzalez and Wayne and Marvin Harrison, and then a little tight end screen like that, so hard to defend. A little difference after their first two.
Here's a die looking for the first down. He has it and more across the 35 to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. And we have a Houston Texan down in the Colt backfield, and that is Travis Johnson.
Well, and he looks like he's grabbing a lower leg there, grabbing at his right knee.
Travis walked through our meeting area yesterday and was as happy as can be. Not so much now.
Hey, Mr. Sunlight, gonna outshine your bright. It's just the beginning of a happy go fun day. Happy go fun day. I'm feeling kinda Sunday. Sunday. Feeling kinda Sunday. Sunday. Feeling kinda Sunday.
I'm so there.
When you're there, State Farm's there for the best day of the week.
Foam doesn't just take up space in the glass, it's part of the experience.
For each of our Michelob beers, we're looking for this wonderful cling and lacing. Amberbock's all malt body gives it this rich, creamy layer. Pale Ale has this wonderful cathedral window effect.
Shows that we've done everything right, from malting, mashing, through fermentation.
Every time you take a sip, Great Foam will leave a little notch in the glass. It's where it was, this is where it is now, that's where it'll be next.
There's a family behind the Michelob family of beers. Michelob, crafting a better beer.
This is how you enter the App Store. And this is how you browse over 1,000 new apps. And this is how you download one, right to your phone. And this is when you realize this is going to change everything.
He's a man of honor.
Commander's body was found in Rock Creek Park.
But will he throw it all away for a friend?
Could you keep my name out of this? I'll see what I can do.
New NCIS Tuesday.
We are picking new tribes.
Now it's blonde versus blonde versus blonde. New Survivor, CBS Thursday.
Travis Johnson coming off the field under his own power. First down for Payton and the Colts at their own 37. Two fakes, and Manning flips incomplete to Dominique Rhodes out of the backfield. Let's go back to that play involving Joseph Adai.
Well, that's why Dominique Rhodes was in there. Joseph Adai had to change his shoes. Take a look at the left shoe right there. His sole is completely off and flapping in the breeze. You can see it right there. A little hard to gain traction when when the sole of your shoe has come clean off.
Nothing sadder than a man who has lost his soul. 2nd and 10. Adai back on the field with a new shoe and on the draw to the 40, 45, and close to midfield. That'll be a first down.
Well, Joseph Adai glad to be back here in his hometown, but even more glad to get blocking like this. Take a look at this hole off a left guard. Great job there, Charlie Johnson, turning upfield. but Joseph Adai 12 yards or so downfield before he is contacted by D'Amico Ryans. That's quite a little convoy he had in front of him.
That 12-yard gain on the ground, the best of the day for the Colts. First down now, half a foot short of midfield. Manning gonna go deep. Incomplete. Intended for Marvin Harrison, broken up by Fred Bennett, who's playing a pretty good game out on the corner for the Houston Texans.
And once again, Marvin Harrison gets behind a defender. Take a look at right there. Marvin Harrison has a step, and it looks like he is gone, and yet the throw is back to the inside. And Payton knows, man, I needed to throw that outside, or else, I don't know, maybe he was expecting Marvin to break more into the middle of the field. Either or, the timing still not there.
Reggie Wayne in the slot on second down. Outside, and this is Wayne, and Wayne is brought down after just a gain of a couple of yards by guess who? Number 32.
Fred Bennett there again. Back to back, he's right in the middle of it, and if he doesn't make this tackle, Reggie Wayne's going to pick up a first down. You can see what he did. He's got initially the inside receiver, but he's got that area of the field when he saw the ball going to Reggie Wayne, broke off his first guy, and makes a heck of a tackle.
Fred Bennett, a second-year cornerback out of South Carolina. 3rd and 8 now for Manning. Play clock down to 2, down to 1.
He didn't get it. They're going to call the Colts for delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Normally, you get an extra second by the time field judge looks up. And I am surprised that drew the flag. Normally it takes an extra second or second and a half.
3rd and 13. Manning needs the Houston 40 for a first down. Quick pop over the middle, and it is grabbed by Joseph Adai, but he's not going to get much out of it. Gets back to midfield.
Well, Payton under pressure had to dump it to Adai, and Adai looked like he was surprised by the throw. Joseph Adai is the safety valve here, but that was a defensive move. That ball hit him right on the face mask.
Hunter Smith kicking it away for Jacoby Jones. Fair catch called for and made just inside the 10-yard line. 9:08 to play, 3rd quarter. Houston leading by a touchdown.
In a world overwhelmed by high gas prices, come 4 heroes. Armed with MyVec technology from Mitsubishi, Lancer, Galant, Eclipse, Outlander. They are the Phenomenal 4. All equipped with Mitsubishi's 4-cylinder MyVec engine, giving you fuel efficiency without sacrificing performance. 4 cars, 4 cylinders, 0 compromises. Visit your Mitsubishi dealer today.
3. Number of people who can track packages using mental telepathy. Number of people who are tracking packages using FedEx Mobile. FedEx.
All right, let's go!
Universal Pictures presents...
We shouldn't play him.
I'm playing. You're damn right you are.
The story of the first African-American to win the Heisman Trophy.
That's Ernie Davis!
The Express, rated PG, starts Friday.
All right, firefighters, settle down. How about the budget? And the taxes?
One page of list.
Anyone want better roads?
We do.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Done. A lot of paper to tell us we need clean water. Need clean water, guys? All right, this is the easiest job I've ever had. We're out of here.
Get work done now. Communicate in less than a second with rugged Nextel Direct Connect phones. Only on the Now Network.
The Unit, tonight on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Prestone. Your inner car guy knows only Prestone is Prestone. And by Sprint. Get NFL Mobile Live only from Sprint, only on the Now Network.
9:08 to play, third quarter. Houston, 17 passing attempts, 17 rushing attempts as they take over at their own 9. Rosenfels throwing, and it is incomplete. Under the gun. Let's go back to Manning to Harrison.
Yeah, remember on the last series how Marvin and Payton misconnected right here. You know, I said Payton Manning, boy, Marvin had a step, but the ball's a little to the inside. Well, watch this exchange. I think it's pretty clear Payton Manning expected Marvin Harrison to be on the inside. Marvin's going to the outside, and they've been having an animated conversation about it. Keep in mind, that's the most prolific quarterback-wide receiver duo in the history of the National Football League. Not on the same page all the time.
On 2nd and 10, Rosenfels to throw again, and that one is complete across the 15 to about the 18-yard line to Owen Daniels.
Just take a look at that is just a little hard to believe, those two, how prolific they have been. But again, this, you know, we talked at the top of this show about the Colts needing to get back in sync. They are not entirely there yet.
Marvin Harrison, number 4 all-time in receptions, number 4 in receiving yards, number 5 with those 124 touchdowns. 3rd and 1. Here comes Slayton right behind Leach, and Slayton across the 20 to the 22 and a first down. And once again, Vontae Leach clearing the way right through the right side.
Vontae Leach really giving us a good look at what a lead blocker is supposed to do. That time he did a good job of rooting Freddie Keaho out of the hole. And this guy here is a road grader at 6 feet, 253 pounds.
Slayton takes a break. Amon Green sets up in the backfield with Leach now on first down. Here's Green. And Houston running the football out across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. A pickup of about 9. It looks like it'll be 2nd and 1.
And all of a sudden, you're starting to see the Colts giving up more and more yards on the ground. Keep in mind that they lost 2 key cogs on the inside. Quinn Pitcock, one of their better defensive tackles, retired at the beginning of training camp. They released Ed Johnson because of off-the-field problems. Those might have been their 2 best interior defensive linemen last year.
On 2nd and 1, here's Amon Green, first down, out to the 40-yard line, and another Texans first down.
Well, this Colts defense has been getting gashed all year long. Started in the opener when Matt Forte got him for 123. Then Adrian Peterson followed with a $160. And then the last time around 2 weeks ago, both Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew both got over the century mark. And Ron Meeks and his group, they needed to tighten things up. That is a staggering number there, 199 yards a game.
31st in the National Football League. On first down now from the 40-yard line. Play fake, look out! Hit from behind and covered by the Houston Texans. Dwight Freeney hit the quarterback, Dwayne Brown, the rookie, covered the ball.
Well, you can block him some of the time, but you can't block him all of the time. And right there, you could see the step upfield by Dwayne Brown. I don't know what he was doing trying to sell the play action. You cannot take a step forward while Dwight Freeney is taking a step upfield. You will never recover. The only thing he recovered there was the fumble.
So now 2nd and 20, and the speedy Slayton is in the backfield. Rosenfels throws, and here is Slayton. He can't get away from a tackler at the 32-yard line. We have an update. Let's go back to New York and James Brown. JB.
Greg and Dan, that nasty defense of Tennessee's giving up its first third quarter points this season. That 1-yard run by LaRon McClain next 11 plays, 71 yards. Baltimore with a little offense, 10-3 over Tennessee. Back to Greg and Dan.
All right, JB, as we said at the very top of the day, Indianapolis and Houston not going to want to lose ground at all to either of the teams ahead of them, Tennessee or Jacksonville. And right now, Houston with the advantage, although they're looking at a 3rd and 17. Slayton dodging tacklers, penalty marker flies as Slayton is pulled down at the 42. Tony Correnti will give us the read on the flag. Holding penalty, it looks like, on the defense.
Well, according to Rosenfels, it's on the defense.
Holding in the defensive line, number 79. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Oh, what a crippling penalty that was instead of a punt.
And Marlon Jackson is down on the field for the Colts. He's being tended to. 4:45 to play in the 3rd. We'll take a timeout.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Put the jug down. Put it down. This one's cheaper. Listen, your engine's the last place you want to skimp, right? I mean, you want to go with the leader. The one America's counted on for over 80 years. Kind you can put in any make or model. Get it?
Got it.
Good. Let's go, Sparky.
Okay.
When it comes to antifreeze, your inner car guy knows. Only Prestone is Prestone.
Nice. Look here.
On October 7th, $100,000 could be yours. And it doesn't matter if you're a world leader or a cheerleader. If you live in a penthouse or mom's house. If you have a trust fund or trust issues. Starting October 7th, Monopoly at McDonald's is serving up a shot at $100,000 every day. And we all have the same chance to win. Whether you're looking at early retirement or retiring early, it's anybody's game to win.
No matter how demanding my workout is, I'm not done until I finish it with EAS Myoplex. Taken within 30 minutes after my workout, the high-quality protein in Myoplex helps me refuel and build lean muscle. That way, I don't waste my workout. Now I'm done. Grab your EAS Myoplex at a leading retailer near you, or for your free sample, go to EAS.com.
CBS tomorrow.
Tasty. Why does it smell like bourbon?
The book said seasoned to taste.
Cooking for dummies.
No offense, Jake. I'm actually cooking for everybody.
2.5 Men. Then catch TV's #1 new comedy.
Sam's my best friend. Last time he was here, his best friend was a washcloth shaped like an alligator.
Worst week after 2.5 Men. New episode CBS tomorrow.
Number 28, Marlon Jackson, was able to walk off the field under his own power. But he's on the sideline now to watch this 9th play of the drive. He's replaced by Tim Jennings. Houston has run the ball for 45 yards here in the second half. They ran it for 48 in the first. And whistles before the play begins.
Looks like Eric Foster, the nose guard, just jumped onto the center.
Tony Correnti.
Encroachment, defense, number 68. 5-yard penalty.
You know, let's go back to that
down.
big play that gave Houston a first down. Here's Raheem Brock right over here. You say, how does a defensive lineman get called for holding? Well, one of his jobs to keep that guard off the linebacker, and you can see that's just a tackle, and it happened right in front of the umpire. Yeah, it freed up your middle linebacker, but man, so apparent to the official, and that was an automatic first down on a punting situation.
Houston hasn't had a flag thrown on them yet today. 1st and 5. Here's Slayton. And Dwight Freeney was right there.
Sometimes Dwight Freeney reminds me of the Tasmanian devil. You know, they're just that whirling cloud because he spins. This time he spins right into the play. And the one thing I know for sure, Dwayne Brown, the rookie from Virginia Tech, didn't see anybody doing that kind of stuff in college.
Matt Schaub relegated to
Schaub actually
spectator status.
Yeah, he actually spent the night in the hospital last night after falling ill with some type of a virus that's been going around the team.
2nd and 6 now. 2 tight ends. Rosenfels to throw. Popped up into the air and falls incomplete. Like Eric Foster got a hand on that.
Well, let's take a look at it from right behind Gary Brackett. There's Foster, number 68. Gets right in the throwing lane, tips it with his left hand. Drew just can't find the ball. He's looking for it up in the air. He knows it's there, and he spins, and by the time he's able to track it, it's back behind him. Oh, he knew he had a hand on it.
So now 3rd and 6, and Rosenfels would dearly love to move the sticks and keep possession of the football. With time, throwing over the middle, got his man, Andre Johnson to the 31 and a first down.
What a play by Andre Johnson. Ends up losing his helmet, and he's still down on the ground. Watch this hands catch, knowing he's going into traffic. Takes a big hit from Antoine Bethea, and then 2 other Colts come in to finish him up. But when you know you're headed towards that safety and you've got to open yourself up, expose those ribs, what a piece of work by Andre Johnson. You know there's a safety in there, and you know he is coming in to drop the hammer.
8 catches, 117 yards. He has recorded the 19th career 100-yard game of his wonderful short career, too, and 2nd this year.
And he took a big shot from Bethea, and that is, folks, that is some demonstration of mental and physical toughness at the same time. A lot of receivers would have short-armed that thing. All of a sudden, alligator arms kind of sprout out.
Meanwhile, Rosenfels does keep possession. First down at the 31, clock moving up on 2.5 minutes to play in the 3rd. Amon Green, not very much there. Gives us a chance to get back to JB in New York for another NFL Today report. James?
Hey, Greg and Dan, take a look at how the Redskins moved out in front here. Little reverse here to Antoine Randall L., the ex-college quarterback. He whips it to Chris Cooley, 18 yards to pay dirt. 16 straight points for the Skins, who have now taken the lead over Philadelphia, 16-14. 8:08 left in the 3rd. Greg and Dan.
All right, JB. Those Redskins showing signs of serious life these last couple of weeks.
And that's right where you want that group. If you want to win a game against the Colts, make them pay to watch.
2nd and 9. Rosenfels under the gun, throws this side. That's complete to Owen Daniels, and Daniels just across the 30 to about the 28. What's happening down in Miami between the Chargers and Dolphins? Back to JB.
Hey, Greg and Dan, Miami narrowing the gap to 7 as we take a look at Phillip Rivers here, hooking up with ex-Dolphins player Chris Chambers, a 17-yard pass play. It is good. It is now 17-10. So 17-10, that is Miami over San Diego late in the 3rd. Greg and Dan.
I was expecting the JB to go 17-10. I said 17-10 is what I said. James with a little cartoon thing going the last couple of weeks.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. 3rd and 7. Rosenfels throwing, and that's complete to the 35. That's not enough for the first down, and that will bring the field goal unit onto the field. David Anderson with the catch.
Yeah, that was just a nice, safe throw. You want to come out of this with points. And Chris Brown has not had a busy regular season, only 1 for 1.
So Chris Brown this time from 43 yards out. Low snap, puts it up, and Brown puts it through.
And 2 for 2 today. That makes him 7 for 7 for the season. He's perfect.
21 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. While we have a moment, CBS is pleased to assist Presidents George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton in their efforts to help those affected by the devastation of the recent hurricanes along the Gulf Coast. The Bush-Clinton Coastal Recovery Fund aims to restore communities and help families rebuild their homes. For more information or to make a donation, please visit www.bushclintoncoastalfund.org. And we're here in Houston this day to really help the fans in this area celebrate the return of pro football to Houston, which has been delayed, severely delayed, by the damage levied by Hurricane Ike.
All you have to do is land at the airport and drive around this community for 5 minutes to see the effects. The blown out windows, billboards lying all over, vegetation. And really the hard part, so many parts of Houston went without power for 2 weeks.
20 unanswered points by the Texans. They're on top, 20-10. This is Forsett, a couple of yards deep in the end zone, to the 20. Big hole up the middle, and then he's hit hard at the 25-yard line by Kevin Bentley.
Well, you think that the Texans are showing a little passion, a little enthusiasm. I think the confidence is starting to show on both sides of the ball. And the body language for the Colts on the other side is not great. Now, that doesn't mean that Payton Manning's not as confident as always, but you can still see that this is a team that has not hit its stride, not even close to hitting their stride.
14 seconds to play in the third quarter. Manning and the Colts from the 26. A dive. Maybe two. And that will take us down to the end of the third quarter. It's 20-10 Colts. We're coming back to Reliant Stadium and talk with the owner of the Houston Texans, Bob McNair, after this message and a word from your local station.
In this school, someone taught this teacher a lesson.
You were there. I let her down.
We're only as sick as our secrets.
A new cold case on CBS tonight.
Jerry Unmarried, Wednesdays on CBS.
Keep your day moving with McDonald's iced coffee, now in caramel and sugar-free vanilla.
Payday. Tax day. Introducing the quarter-pound Little Thick Burger. It's a thick burger, but little. New at Hardee's. What would happen if a thick burger jumped into a cold swimming pool? Shrinkage. Introducing the quarter-pound Little Thick Burger. It's a thick burger, but little. New at Hardee's.
There's a lot of people out here trying to carve out their American dream. While they have different lives, different jobs, different needs, they all rely on the same truck. Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling pickup.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months or up to $8,500 in total savings. Visit your local Ford dealer today.
These are the trucks that build an America.
Keep your day moving with McDonald's iced coffee, now in caramel and sugar-free vanilla.
Watch Live Radar plus new interactive radar only at WLKY.com.
Welcome back to Reliant Stadium, everyone, to the start of the fourth quarter, 20-10 Houston. Greg Gumbel, Dan Deerdorf, and we are pleased to be joined by the founder, chairman, and CEO of the Houston Texans, Bob McNair. You know, we're happy to see football back here in Houston. You must be ecstatic.
Oh, I am. The whole community is excited, and we're delighted to have you here with us today.
Yeah, one of the things as we look at your Texans now, they're putting on a pretty good show today.
Yeah, we've started playing better. Last week we played well. The first two games we really just didn't play well, and we've just got to step it up.
I think Reggie Wayne there.
I think your team is a wonderful illustration of how when something really bad happens to a community, they can really rally behind a sports. It gives people something to talk about, something to look forward to, and I know today, much anticipated.
It is, and it would be very positive for our community to be able to come out with a victory today, because it would really lift their spirits, no doubt about it.
The commissioner, Roger Goodell, joined us here in the booth in the first half, and he talked about how one of the first conversations he had right after the storm was with you. Tell us about that.
Yes, well, I called him and told him that I would give $500,000 for the hurricane victims if we could match it. at the league level, and he said that they would certainly do that. And so that sort of kicked it off, and then Reliant came through, and Price Waterhouse came through, and Chevron came through, and the whole community has stepped up, and they support us, and it's time for us to support them.
The whole country looks in and watched what happened down here, but then let's face it, as time moves on, they're distracted by other things. How much is left to do here in Houston?
Well, there's still a lot to be done, but most of the damage was down at Galveston and down on the beaches, and it's going to take a long, long time to repair all that damage.
The Houston Texans stepping up on defense here and pulling down the runner shy of the 50-yard line. We had conversations with several of your players talking about any damage that they might have sustained, but you and your staff also had some damage done to your property.
Well, everybody did. It was just throughout the whole city because the winds were very sustained, like 10 hours or so. It wasn't an hour or two. And it just created a tremendous amount of damage all over the whole area.
Now, once again, what was the amount of money raised?
Well, we've raised $2.45 million, and we're going to keep going with it.
Congratulations. Bob, thank you. It's good to see you. Thanks for having us here in Houston.
Nice to have you.
Good luck the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Payton Manning to throw, and he gets wrapped up, and he goes down. Mario Williams doing the damage. Can we ever wipe the smile off your face up here?
Well, that's what we pay him to do. He's doing great. He's a good young man. And
here's a replay for you. That's just power football right there, and that's asking an awful lot, asking a back to try to separate Mario Williams from the quarterback.
He's a man among boys. I'll tell you, he's some specimen.
Bob, he is that.
We wish you and the folks here in Houston all the best for the rest of this season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hunter Smith ready to kick it away. And this will go into the end zone for the touchback. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. 20-10. Houston Texans in charge.
October is Ford Truck Month, and just announced, get up to $7,500 cash back on Ford F-150 and Super Duty pickups, America's #1 selling trucks. And now, during October only, get up to $7,500 cash back. The most towing, the most payload, and now up to $7,500 cash back on select F-Series models. It's October and it's Ford Truck Month, the best time to buy.
What's this?
That's called League Violation Light.
Commish?
Of the More Taste League, I am shocked. This light beer with less taste has introduced a very uncool situ into this so-called cooler. You guys pretty funny? Depriving people of Miller Lite?
No.
Wrong. But it's funny faux pas, not funny ha-ha.
Well, can I cut a deal?
I've convened with myself, and the citation is commuted. Let this guy's whistle.
The official beer of the More Taste League. Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
4 police officers have been shot.
I talked to this broad. She says it was a cop.
My guys were doing something I didn't know about it, trust me.
Anything that makes cops look culpable is no good, Raymond.
Say what needs to be said. End of story.
This is family. We protect our own. That is all I know.
This ends tonight. Pride and Glory.
What are you gonna do, Ray?
Rated R. Starts October 24th.
I didn't kill no one.
Assume the position. WCSI New York, Wednesday.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Hey, Wednesday on CBS, TV's #1 suspense thriller takes you inside a dangerous cult. Luke Perry guest stars in a new Criminal Minds Wednesday at 9, 8 Central here on CBS. Houston Texans and Mario Williams fired up, you bet. 4 sacks on the season, 2 of them here today, and they're doing a pretty good job of frustrating Payton Manning.
And he's it's a little early here, just the first week of October, but might be a little trip to Honolulu in Mr. Williams' future.
So Rosenfels from his own 20. This side, incomplete. Andre Davis. Let's get once again to New York. The NFL Today and James Brown. JB.
Greg, I know you and Dan can appreciate. Take a look at the Miami Dolphins defense on 4th and goal from the one, stopping LaDainian Tomlinson-Cole. Miami D doing it. And Greg, you brought a smile to my face. I didn't think about it, but you're right. I said, and indeed I said, they stopped them. Greg and Dan.
Thank you, JB. On 2nd and 10, the pitch for Slayton, trying to turn the corner. He does, and here he comes. 35, 40, down the sideline, pulled down at about the 40-yard line of the Indianapolis Colts. Clint Session saved the touchdown.
Well, if you saw West Virginia play any time in the last 3 years or so, you saw a whole bunch of that. Of Steve Slayton getting to the edge and making something happen. And what better way to get him on the edge than with the pitch and again behind Vontae Leach? And the Colts have no answer for it. They even have contained 10 yards downfield or so, and he gets around that. Right there.
Freddie Keaho told us last night that his fellow linebacker, Clint Session, who played against Slayton in college, said Slayton is another level of fast. That pass to wide open Kevin Walter, and Walter inside the 15. It's another first down for the Texans.
And this is a Colts defense right now, totally on its heels. The roles have been reversed from this series history past.
By the way, before we get too far removed from Mr. McNair, we thank him for stopping up here. We talked about his contributions to the relief effort here. It's also worthy to note Jim Irsay, the owner and chief executive officer of the Indianapolis Colts, contributed $50,000 to the cause.
Well, congratulations to Jim and the Colts. It's not very surprising.
1st and 10, and timeout is called. 10:32 on the clock. The Texans with the lead and knocking at the door again.
Hi, welcome to Progressive.com. How can I help you?
Well, I haven't shopped for car insurance in a while.
And you're worried that you've been paying too much, right?
Yeah. So how can I know I'm getting a good deal?
We can compare your Progressive Direct rate with other top companies.
Wow. Seriously?
Yeah. Look at the deal we just got him.
That's a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, or a big tricked out name tag.
Making sure you get a great deal. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
It's time for everyone to seize power. The power to clean tooth by tooth and reduce up to twice as much plaque as a regular manual brush. The power to demand a dentist-like smooth, clean feeling every day. Power to the people. Oral-B.
This fall, get more mileage out of your travel plans. Just stay at Comfort Suites or any of these Choice hotels, and you can earn up to $250 in free gas. Only when you book at choicehotels.com or 800-4CHOICE. Choice Hotels. We'll see you there.
We followed this rainbow to its end, and you can't imagine what we found. The Internet. Seems it can't hide here either. Simply insert the AT&T Laptop Connect card, and you're connected at up to 3G speeds. Download inventory reports or attend a webinar, all on the go. I'm Bill Curtis, and I just found the Internet.
The Internet can't hide anymore. Switch to the network with the best coverage and get the AT&T Laptop Connect card for free.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Choice Hotels. With over 5,600 locations, there's bound to be one near you. Book now at choicesportstravel.com. Progressive Insurance, and by Ford. Drive one.
Ten minutes, 32 seconds remaining to be played here in the fourth quarter. Tony Dungy's club, 23rd ranked defense in the NFL, and they are right at that 340-yard marker today with 10 and a half minutes still to play. Here is Steve Slayton. Slicing his way to the 5.
Well, until the Indianapolis Colts can demonstrate that they can stop the run, they better get ready for this on a weekly basis. We showed you a little while ago how they've been run on by everybody, starting with the Bears in the opener, then Adrian Peterson, then Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew, And now the Texans are doing it to them as well. And it's got to be very frustrating. And it's costing them football games.
Houston, meanwhile, up 240 yards rushing today. Here is Slayton. Slayton to the 2.
Running the football is imposing your will on the other team. And right now, that's what the Texans are doing to the Colts.
Andre Johnson, incidentally, shaken up a short while ago, is back on the field. And we get a measurement.
And it's going to be probably a couple more weeks until they get Bob Sanders back.
Inches for a first down. $70,118, the announced crowd here in Reliant Stadium today. 63 consecutive sellouts, rather.
Couple shutouts in there.
Couple shutouts. Now that would be some defense. 3rd and inches. We are under 9.5 to play.
How long ago must it seem for the Colts when they were up 10-0?
They led 10-0 after one. 2 tight ends and Slayton in the backfield. Rosenfels keeps it and stretching up ahead for the first down.
Boy, that was not a smart move. Serving that football up there on a platter like that, unless you know you're on your way down. Sage Rosenfels is not down by contact here, and he lays his football out there like that. Oh, that is a risk.
Freddie Keaho made a reach for it. You are 54 right there. Give me that ball.
You are not down by contact there, Sage Rosenfels. That's a free football. That is living dangerously.
But he got the first down, first and goal. Slayton, touchdown.
And let's see, you want to run in for a touchdown? Who you want to follow? How about Vontae Leach? There comes big number 44 with a pile-driving block on Marlon Jackson. Boom! Oh.
And Matt Schaub applauds from the sideline.
Well, if you wanted a player to set a physical tone coming out of the locker room in the second half, for the Texans, that's been number 44, their blocking back, Vontae Leach.
2 touchdowns today for Steve Slayton. Chris Brown for the extra point. "27 unanswered points for the Houston Texans. Payton Manning with an even deeper hole to climb out of. 27-10, Houston.
Want to grab a light beer? You want one?
Nah, beer fills me up.
Hang on. Fills you up? Really? 2 hours of shoving pizza in your pie hole? Fills you up. Face full of dough and an arm full of rocks. Fill you up. Polish sausage, Italian beef, Swedish meatballs, and the rest of the world tour here fills you up. But I'll tell you what doesn't fill you up. Bud Light. Because it has drinkability. That just right taste that won't fill you up. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
When a crossover can get 24 miles per gallon and take 7 people along for the ride, suddenly the whole world changes. Discover Flex from Ford. Drive one.
On October 7th, $100,000 could be yours. And it doesn't matter if you're a world leader or a cheerleader. If you live in a penthouse or mom's house. If you have a trust fund or trust issues. Starting October 7th, Monopoly at McDonald's is serving up a shot at $100,000 every day. And we all have the same chance to win. Whether you're looking at early retirement or retiring early, it's anybody's game to win.
Warwick Brown is our only case.
I got the first one out.
Let's finish this for him.
Warwick, stay with me. Oh my God.
After averaging just 14.5 points a game the first 2 games, Houston has put 27 on the board now in consecutive weeks. This is Forsett, a couple of yards deep in the end zone, and he's going to run it out to the 15, and not going to make it to the 20. DeMarcus Fagans with the first hit. Manning and company down big.
October is Ford Truck Month, and just announced, get up to $7,500 cash back on Ford F-150 and Super Duty pickups, America's #1 selling trucks. And now, during October only, get up to $7,500 cash back. The most towing, the most payload, and now up to $7,500 cash back on select F-Series models. It's October and it's Ford Truck Month, the best time to buy.
Subway, home of the famous $5 footlong, like our fresh toasted Black Forest ham with cheese and our newest $5 footlong, the Fresh Delicious Chicken Pizziola. $5 footlongs, all day, every day. At Subway.
Okay, let's get started. Tom, how are we doing?
Well, at FedEx office, ground shipping rates are less than at the UPS store, which has substantially reduced overhead.
And with the savings, we were able to buy these massage chairs.
Everybody likes a good massage. Sorry, I'm late. Right there.
Relax, it's FedEx. Catch the Emmy-winning Amazing Race. New episode CBS tonight after 60 Minutes.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot, the official home improvement sponsor of the NFL. And by FedEx, your ultimate NFL air and ground player.
Greg Gumbel, Dan Deerdorf, and our terrific CBS Sports crew here at Reliant Stadium in Houston. The Indianapolis Colts have never trailed the Houston Texans by so many. Manning in the offense from their own 19. It has been a fired-up Houston defense. To give to a die, and a die out to about the 24. The Colts had 109 total yards in the first quarter. Since then, they've managed 117 in all.
When do you think the last time was somebody hung 27 unanswered points on them?
Manning with time and throws, and that is complete to Tom Santee out across the 30 to the 34 on a first down. As we were talking to Gary Kubiak, Dan, he pointed out this was a very, very crushed team, this Houston Texans team. That pass over the middle is complete to Santee once again. A week ago in Jacksonville, they lost in overtime. And now Santee grabbing his left ankle and is going to limp off the field. But this team thought they were really there against Jacksonville last week, only to suffer a really tough loss in OT.
And it was a tough loss. And Matt Shaw played the best game that he had played all year. And it was so frustrating. You're right, Gary Kubiak said, I'd never been around a team that looked as spent as these guys looked. And, you know, sometimes when a team expends that much energy and then loses, a lot of time there's a carryover to the next week. That certainly hasn't been the case here.
And Gary saying, yeah, they're just looking to just get over that hump and get rid of the pressure so that they can just go out and play. Second and 4. Manning throws as he's hit, and that's complete to Reggie Wayne. Wayne across midfield and into Houston territory. That's another Indy first down.
The good thing for the Texans right now is they're able to generate that kind of a pass rush and dropping Payton Manning with those 4 down linemen. They're not having to commit an extra rusher that exposes them defensively. 4 again.
Manning over the middle, and once again, that one's incomplete.
And once again, Manning's on the ground. That time, Amobi Okoye put him down.
Eugene Wilson was on Dallas Clark to break that one up. The word we get from the Colts sideline, incidentally, receiver Anthony Gonzalez, questionable return with a concussion. Meanwhile, Andre Johnson with an ice pack on his left eye.
Well, he took that big hit from Bethea.
Second and 10. Penalty marker is down as a die takes it in and gets to about the 43-yard line. And let's check the flag on the far side of the field. It's going to be an offside penalty against the defense.
Offside, defense number 93 lined up in the neutral zone.
And that's the first penalty of the day against the Houston Texans.
And if it doesn't look tough enough being down by 17 points, take a look at their upcoming schedule. Look at the quality of those teams. They get to go home for Baltimore, but then back-to-back road games at Green Bay, at Tennessee, back home again for New England, then at Pittsburgh, and then another game against these Texans. And that is a crusher of a schedule.
A more confident Houston team comes a-calling. On second and 5, Manning stepping up over the middle. That's complete. This is Reggie Wayne, and Wayne inside the 25 to about the 22. Another Colt first down, and now Manning with a little bit of rhythm.
Well, he got a lot of time on that one. That time the 4-man rush didn't get anywhere near Manning, and that's a long, slow developing pattern to Wayne, and Payton had that much time.
Wayne, 6 catches, 92 yards on the day. Manning looking, moving, and he's going to pull it down and run. 15 and out of bounds at about the 11-yard line.
Well, he never did look like any of the great scrambling quarterbacks like Tarkenton or Steve Young or somebody like that. But effective, bad knee and all, Payton Manning took off with it. And again, that 4-man rush, not effective. But I guarantee you one thing, Richard Smith, the defensive coordinator, he's leery about blitzing, although he's showing it here.
First down, just outside the 10-yard line. This is Dominique Rhodes, and he is hit and dropped at the 16-yard line by Moreland Greenwood.
Well, they faked the blitz, and Greenwood was just locked up one-on-one with the back, and watch him right here at the bottom of the screen. He's just going to sit there, and when Rhodes turns upfield, Greenwood, that's just too easy. A good defensive call.
Loss of 4, second and 14. Manning looking, throws, incomplete. Threw that one into the dirt in front of Dominique Rhodes.
Rhodes trying to act like he caught that ball when not sure there was anyone within a mile of the stadium. Didn't see it one hop on its way there. I don't know who he thought he was going to try to convince. Well, the crowd's going to feel it here.
Third and 14. And the Texan fans on their feet. Over the middle, Marvin Harrison to about the 7. It'll be 4th down and about 6.
Well, it's a 3-possession game for the Colts. Do you go for the field goal now? If they don't, this is it. You got to wonder. I'm not sure there are 3 more possessions left in this game for Indianapolis.
They can get a first down without getting the touchdown. Down at about the half-yard line. Manning. Pump fakes, end zone, touchdown. Tom Santee with the good hands in the end zone, and Manning marches the Colts downfield and into the end zone.
And 3 times today now they have converted on 4th down. None bigger than this one for a touchdown. Again, look how much time Payton holds the ball. 1 fake. And then again, he just stands there flat-footed.
What a grab by Tom Santee in the end zone.
Well, as considering the defender is all over him from behind, Harrison had both arms around him. But again, that was a lack of a pass rush that allowed that to happen. Payton Manning stood in that pocket for a good 5 seconds, maybe longer.
Vinatieri's kick is good. The Colts are now within 10 with 4:04 to play. And we remind you, doubleheader day here on CBS coming your way next. Chad Johnson and the Bengals against Tony Romo and the Cowboys. Randy Moss and the Patriots against the 49ers out in the Bay Area, or the unbeaten Bills traveling to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. We ask you to check your local listing.
Well, the last time Houston beat the Colts was back in 2006. It was a case Ron Dane actually running the football, Marvin Harrison with a touchdown catch. But to win it, Chris Brown knocks it through, 27-24 Houston. Again, their only victory in a dozen contests against these Colts.
And the Colts, perfect in October since 2005.
Well, they also had an unbelievable September record, and they carved into that with this past September. You know, normally you'd say, well, we just kick it away and our defense will get it back, but how much confidence can they have in their defense? That's why the onside.
Onside kick, and it's grabbed there by the Houston Texans' David Anderson.
I think that's a good illustration that there's not a lot of confidence in the Colts defense to take the football, and get it back with only 3 downs. Again, you can only have 6 guys on one side of the football, and that one just way too easy.
And David Anderson, the 3rd-year wide receiver out of Colorado State with the good hands, going up and pulling it down. And now Rosenfels and the Texans have the ball at the Colt 41 with 4:03 to play.
I think that you could have made a case that maybe you kick it away and hope that you can get it back with 3 and out, but the Colts defense hasn't shown they're capable of doing that.
Amon Green knocked down at the 40-yard line by Josh Thomas.
Well, Houston knew if they could win this game that they've got 3 consecutive home games coming up, and take a look at who that's against. Miami, Detroit, and Cincinnati, teams that are a collective 1-9 coming into today. So the Texans are thinking to themselves, geez, even with that terrible 0-3 start on the road, if we could somehow beat the Colts, we got a shot at maybe being 4-3.
Speaking of starts, if this situation should stand and the Colts lose, their 1-3 start would be the worst for them since they began the 98 season at 0-4.
In the 98 season, the team was being quarterbacked by this rookie named Payton Manning.
Timeout taken by the Colts means that each team has 2 remaining.
Now let's be realistic. 2 late scores by the Indianapolis Colts is hardly unheard of, but they can't let Houston score here.
2nd and 9. Amon Green, right side. Gets a couple of them to the 38. And whistles blow. Timeout stops the clock. 3:54 to play. And the Colts with 1 timeout remaining. While we have the opportunity this week, Dave is all new with Bill Murray, Deborah Messing, Dennis Quaid, and Jeremy Piven. And tomorrow, don't miss Russell Crowe. That's only on CBS.
Well, the Colts absolutely last in the NFL with only 64 yards a game rushing today, have only bettered that by 3. We talked earlier about how the play-action passing of Payton Manning so critical to their offensive success. Well, play-action doesn't mean much if you don't have a representative running game that actually scares somebody.
Meanwhile, Steve Slayton has put 92 yards rushing up for the Houston Texans, who are looking at 3rd and 8. Rosenfels by himself, penalty marker flies, and Rosenfels lost the football, picked up by the Colts. This is Gary Brackett. Brackett up the sideline with blockers to the 10, the 5, touchdown.
Again, there is a penalty marker down.
Dwight Freeney is limping back at the 30-yard line.
Holding offense number 69. This penalty will be declined. The result of the play, touchdown.
Unbelievable. Sage Rosenfels tries to become Jim Brown. What a gaffe.
At a time of the game when the utmost priority is to protect the football, Sage Rosenfels went airborne, and it was a disaster.
You admire his courage. You don't see quarterbacks trying it very often. That's why. They're not experienced runners. They're not used to being hit and cradling the football at the same time.
Vinatieri's kick is good. Gary Brackett, 68 yards on the return. The Colts put 14 on the board in less than half a minute and pulled to within a field goal.
Look at this effort but look at it. Look where the ball is. He never did get it into his body at the last minute. He gets hit in midair. And then Gary Brackett, what an effort there to stay in bounds. What a tremendous effort by Brackett to stay in bounds. Raheem Brock right there. Number 79 puts the shoulder into Rosenfels. And again, you got to appreciate the effort, but wow, the wrong thing to try to do.
And coming up the sideline, Brackett close to the sideline. And on the other shot, you could see the official running behind him and shaking his head. No, he did not step out of bounds.
He was all over it, and that is some effort and a great run by Gary Brackett, looking more like a running back. Okay, your team still has the lead. You still have the lead. You're going to get the football. All is not lost. Talk about being able to put a play in the rearview mirror. Now is the time for Sage Rosenfels to do that.
Vinatieri will kick it deep. Andre Davis will take a knee in the end zone, and Rosenfels and company will start on their own 20-yard line. 3:36 to play. Houston with 2 timeouts. Indy with 1. The Texans lead it by a field goal.
You know, this is, again, if Houston here can put together a drive, which they've been moving the ball pretty well all day. Steve Slayton has been finding some running. I'm sure he's going, I'm sorry, guys, but this is still our game to win.
You could almost feel Sage Rosenfels looking at all of that turf in front of him and going, oh wow. Slayton and Leach in the backfield. This is Slayton. Hit at the 20, forward to the 22. Marlon Jackson with the tag on him. 3:25 to play and the clock is moving.
And Indy has 1 timeout remaining, and of course they're going to save it as long as they can.
Matt Schaub
And you know
taken taken ill last night, spent the night in the hospital, and has been a spectator today as Rosenfels is filled in.
Andre Johnson, the go-to guy, is at the bottom, but he's a little nicked up after that hard hit. How effective is he?
Rosenfels to throw behind Slayton. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 8.
Yeah, they are actually trying to run almost like a pick with Andre Johnson doing the clearing and then trying to throw in behind him.
And that incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:50 to play, and now a big play for this Houston offense.
You know, Jeff Saturday just sitting there going, yeah, we're going to win.
Rosenfels on the move, chased from behind, lost the football! On the ground, who's got it? The Colts say they do.
Well, no official has yet. That's the important part. Now they do.
Robert Mathis forced the fumble from behind and covered it.
I'll guarantee you that Robert Mathis and Raheem Brock are much faster than Sage Rosenfels. Again, there he is out there with that ball. What an effort. What an effort by Robert Mathis to extend himself and knock the football away from Rosenfels. Look at that. And Sage Rosenfels really lacking awareness that somebody on that Indianapolis defensive line isn't going to be after him as he starts to feather it down out in space.
What an unbelievable turn of events. Manning and the Colts first down at the 20. A dive, right side, big hole, inside the 15, inside the 10, and the native of Houston, Texas, down to the 5-yard line, 1st and goal.
It has been a while since we've seen a turnaround of this magnitude, and I can't even imagine how stunned most of the people in this crowd have to be, and I cannot imagine right now the mental state of Sage Rosenfels.
1st and goal and 2-minute warning hits us right here. Only moments ago, the Colts were down 17. They're down 3 and knocking on the door.
It's time saving energy costs less. It's time guaranteed low prices got even lower. We know times are tough. That's why the Home Depot is lowering the cost on hundreds of items throughout the store, including energy-efficient ones like ceiling fans and programmable thermostats. So the products that save you the most money will save you even more. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
Ah, yes, the Geico Gecko in migration. Driven by primal instinct to help people save hundreds of dollars on their car insurance.
Hey, do you see that guy over there? He's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Gotta be kidding me.
Oh. What a clever creature.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
When a new crossover arrives with 24 miles per gallon and 3 rows of upscale everything, it opens eyes and possibilities. Discover Flex from Ford. Drive one.
When there are mysteries to solve.
It's been genetically modified.
It's not harmless anymore.
When there are lives to save.
Without genetic modification, human beings will starve to death.
He's called in at the 11th hour. Series premiere, CBS Thursday after CSI.
The Colts led this game 10-0 after 1. Houston had 27 unanswered points to lead at 27-10, but back come the Colts. They have first and goal at the 5, 2 minutes to play. What a turnaround. Manning throwing far corner of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Reggie Wayne.
That is unbelievable. What a catch by Reggie Wayne. Did he get both of his feet in? A one-handed snag. Just a little fade to the outside. Reeves, the defender. It looked like the right knee came down. Does the right knee come down in bounds?
This will be an automatic review under 2 minutes to play.
Let's see if that right knee touches down in bounds. He's got control of the ball. Man, whoa. The official right there rules that he was down, that knee came down in bounds.
And certainly they are looking at it upstairs right now.
Sure they are. They brought over Tony Corrente to take a look at this. You know, the official upstairs calls for the review, but Tony Corrente is the deciding authority here as he goes under the hood.
Let's take another look.
Two things in play, possession and inbounds. But is his left foot down when he has possession to start with? Let's see that. No, okay, right there. Does he have possession as the left foot goes down? Because there's one foot, and there's the second foot, and does he have complete control of the ball? I think he absolutely does. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. He had possession when the left foot was down, and then the right foot. Forget looking at the knee on the sidelines. I think the play was over well before that. That is extraordinary by Reggie Wayne. And I mean extraordinary.
If it stands, that's career touchdown catch number 50 for Reggie Wayne. Here comes Tony Corrente. Payton Manning thinks it's good.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field will stand. The receiver's shin hit the ground prior to the knee. It is a touchdown.
There won't be a football fan in America who doesn't see that play before he or she goes to bed tonight.
And now Adam Vinatieri with a big extra point. This will force the Texans to go for a touchdown instead of a field goal. Kick is on its way and good. A minute 54 to play. The Colts 21 points in the last 2:10 to take a 31-27 lead.
Well, let's look at it one more time. I think Reggie Wayne is in on 3 counts. I think he's in on the left foot. Right there, the right foot. And then I think he's in again with the right knee right there. That is so special.
And Sage Rosenfels.
Well, remember Greg earlier in the game where he, on a short yardage situation, he lays that football out there. He's lucky he didn't get it taken away from him there. Then he jumps in the air. Raheem Brock knocks it out. Gary Brackett picks it up and runs it back for a touchdown. And if that wasn't enough, then Robert Mathis gets the double play. He strips it and recovers it. And Payton Manning follows it up with this I don't even know how to describe that catch by Reggie Wayne. And right now, Sage Rosenfels, his head must be spinning to the point. Don't tell me he's not having trouble focusing. That's not humanly possible that he is not reeling right now.
So now Andre Davis is deep. We mentioned this earlier. Davis had 3 touchdown returns last season, 2 in one game against Jacksonville. And he'll get a chance to return this one from the 3. 20 and across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. A minute 47 to play. Payton Manning turns it over to his defense, and here comes Rosenfels.
And also here comes Dwight Freeney, Raheem Brock, Robert Mathis.
Who have turned it up a notch in these last few minutes. On first down. Short drop, quick pass, that's complete to Johnson, and Johnson across the 40 to the 41, and a first down. It has been an emotional day here in Houston. The damaged roof has delayed the Houston Texans opener till today. They come in 0-3. They have seen a 27-10 lead disappear in the last couple of minutes. The pass over the middle is complete to the tight end, Owen Daniels. Clock continues to move, coming up on a minute 15 to play. Now on 2nd and 3. Another short drop and a quick pass, and that's incomplete. In and out of the arms of Kevin Walter. So that'll stop the clock at 1:05.
Again, we should not forget that the Houston offense has spent the better part of the day going right through the Colts defense. This is no foregone conclusion that Indianapolis is going to repel them right here. Outside of those two, I don't even know if we call them bonehead plays by Rosenfels, the Texans have moved the ball efficiently against Indianapolis.
The pass over the middle, and this time Walter holds on for the first down inside the 45 to the 43. 56-55 seconds to play. Houston with 2 timeouts. Rosenfels spikes the football and stops the clock with 50 on the clock.
Well, for those of you that just joined us, Sage Rosenfels has had a bit of a dangerous day today. He stretches out with the ball there, almost has it taken away, but he didn't. But here he leaps over the top. Raheem Brock knocks the ball loose. Gary Brackett picks it up and runs for a touchdown. And then Robert Mathis strips it and recovers it on the next possession. And then Payton Manning fouls it up, throwing to Reggie Wayne. A complete circus catch and a stunning development here for Houston.
50 seconds on the clock. Rosenfels with time, throwing, and it's intercepted. Intercepted, and down to the turf with the football goes Melvin Bullock.
I guess the old adage, if you play quarterback long enough, something really bad is going to happen. And today is Sage Rosenfels' turn. Oh, my Lord. You got to take a chance. And the ball just sails on him. Who his intended receiver was, I'm not sure. There's not a Texan within about 5 yards.
And in the last 10 plays, the Houston Texans have turned the football over 3 times, and Manning now looking to run the last 42 seconds off the clock, and he takes a knee. Houston takes its 2nd timeout. Well, if Gary Kubiak thought last week's game against Jacksonville was a crusher, what's he going to say about this one?
I don't know. They lost to Jacksonville last week in overtime after playing their hearts out. They had 3 hard games in a row on the road. At Pittsburgh, at Tennessee, at Jacksonville, all winning teams. And then they come back and they had this game all but in their back pocket.
And the Texans use their final timeout, the last time they can stop the clock with 38 seconds to play. Wow. Dwight Freeney, who sat out the last series after limping off the field on that bracket return. The snap, and that will do it. An unbelievable comeback by the Indianapolis Colts. As the last 25 seconds run down, the Colts improve to 2-2 on the year, while the Texans pretty much spoil their own home opener here, blowing a 27-10 lead and losing it 31-27. That's our final score. 31-27. Up next, NFL on CBS continues with double-header action. For Dan Deerdorf, Greg Gumbel, so long from Houston.
Sears wants to see how folks are upgrading to the ultimate football experience. And Bill here says he's got a killer idea.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just a prototype, Mark, but it puts me right in the action. Pretty awesome, huh?
Upgrade to the ultimate football experience with top brand HD TVs from Sears.
Daddy, I can see the people now.
Right now, get no interest for 2 years or save 10% instantly on all HD TVs 40 inches and larger. Plus, find more ultimate deals at Sears.